Let's give them another round. Your Excellency, SP Kamauba, Vice President of Costa Rica. Excellency Dr. Natalia Kanem, UN and the Secretary General and Executive Director of the Unfpa. Ambassador Dr. Erika Bennett, the head of Mission Diaspora African Forum, Ministers of State, Members of Parliament, members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, let me extend an official hearty welcome to my sisters, Her Excellency SP Kamauba, Vice President of Costa Rica, as well as Dr. Natalia Kanem, the UN Under Secretary General and Executive Director of the Unfpa. On behalf of Ghana, I say a big akwaba, which is welcome. I trust that in the past couple of days of your visit, you've had deep reflections on the African narrative as seen through the Ghanaian lens. Indeed, due to the utmost importance with which issues of Afro-descendants touch the very pulse of the Ghanaian, I ask that this high-level forum be shifted from Wednesday to today to enable my participation, and I am most grateful for the organizers for making it possible. By the virtue of the very checkered and multi-layered history involving slavery, colonialism, fleeing from oppressive conditions, our forefathers were forced out of the motherland. Their descendants, some of whom have returned today, have evolved into a heterogeneous, albeit recognizable group of people with a unique cultural history and heritage. The very context for their existence has exposed this group of Africans to being intimately acquainted with the effects of racism, racial discrimination, xenophobia, and related intolerance. People of African descent have a story only they can tell and should not be sidelined in discussions on the advancement of the protection of rights and demanding for equity. These deep-seated biases still prevail in the world we live in, with Afro-descendants struggling to find a sense of belonging in a land where they were born, but which rejects them at every turn. Please join me while I salute every single Afro-descendant who bravely challenges the order of the day by continuing to resist all forms of racial discrimination. Afro-descendants are Africans, no matter where they come from. The legendary musician, Peter Tosh, it was he who said it so beautifully when he sang, "I don't care where you come from. As long as you are a black man or woman, you are an African." No mind your nationality, you have got the identity of an African. It is noteworthy that the African Union has since taken a decision to recognize and regard Africans in the diaspora as the sixth region of Africa. This is in order to emphasize the representative relevance of the group to Africa on a global scale. To this end, people of African descent living outside the continent, irrespective of their citizenship and nationality, and who are willing to contribute to the development of the continent and building of the African Union, make up the sixth region of Africa: North, West, East, Central, South, and the diaspora. As a tribute to their hard work and tireless efforts to letting the voices of people of African descent be heard, the world has seen a proliferation of the several racial equality bodies on a national and regional level. Such efforts have guided the United Nations Working Group of Experts on People of African Descent to perform its mandate of studying the problems of people of African descent and proposing the solutions to this complex narrative. Such solutions have included the commemoration of the first International Day for People of African Descent, which took place on the 31st of August 2021 in San Jose, Costa Rica. I am proud to say that Ghana was well represented at this historical event. In 2019, the government of Ghana set up an initiative for Africans living in the diaspora dubbed the Year of Return. This is a major landmark, spiritual and birthright journey, inviting the global African family home abroad to mark 400 years of the arrival of the first enslaved Africans in Jamestown, Virginia, USA. In the Year of Return, we celebrated 400 years of African resilience. Following the Year of Return, Ghana subsequently launched another initiative which was Beyond the Return. However, COVID struck in 2020 and the initiative stalled. It aimed to promote the recognition and respect for the diversity of the legacy, culture, and contributions of the people of African descent to the development of societies, as well as deepen that bond through tourism and trade. As fate would have it, the Beyond the Return was launched right here in Kempinski Hotel. So my sisters, choosing Ghana for this high-level engagement was not a mere coincidence, but a fortuitous event endorsed by our ancestors. It is for this reason that despite the setbacks, I give my highest assurances of the continued willingness of our government to carry it through to its expected conclusion. As a government priority, we are rebuilding the tourism sector by designing it in a more sustainable and resilient fashion. It is also one of the sectors that was the hardest hit by the coronavirus pandemic. This resulted in a highly uncertain outlook since many lost their jobs when businesses which operate in the industry made huge losses. In the spirit of leaving no one behind, global cooperation is required to minimize job losses and to foster post-pandemic recovery in Ghana and beyond. Admittedly, the pandemic has given us the opportunity to rethink conventional methods for achieving objectives included in tourism. In this light, the government of Ghana has revised our policies to restore traveler confidence, support tourism businesses to adapt and survive, promote domestic tourism, and support safe return of international tourism. As part of the recent Easter celebrations, we have also witnessed increased participation in what used to be a popular event in Gwehu in the eastern region before the pandemic hit. These policies will be implemented by providing clear information to travelers and businesses, limiting uncertainties, strengthening cooperation within and between countries, and building a more resilient, sustainable tourism sector. Ladies and gentlemen, I am told that in San Jose, Costa Rica last year, there was a forum on economics and business that brought together business leaders to discuss how to harness the potential for economic growth, particularly for the African diaspora. The session brought to light the need to build economic partnerships for financial freedom and empowerment. The subject remains dear to my heart, and I would like to suggest that we dedicate some time to deliberate this in greater detail in subsequent engagements, as it hinges on the posterity of the future generation. As proclaimed by the UN General Assembly, the theme for the International Decade for People of African Descent, 2015 to 2024, is based on 3 pillars: recognition, justice, and development. Ghana remains committed to the practice and advocacy of these 3 pillars, which are also reflected in the African Union, whose charter emphasizes the right to equality and non-discrimination, enjoining states to remove all obstacles that prevent equal enjoyment of all human rights. Further efforts have been made to deepen efforts towards advocacy by promoting education on equality and awareness raising. By this, states are enjoined to celebrate the launch of the International Decade for the People of African Descent at the national level and develop national programs of action and activities for the full and effective implementation of the decade. I would like to take this opportunity to express my sincerest gratitude to Dr. Natalia Kanem and the Unfpa Ghana, the country office, for the important work they do for women and girls in Ghana and the world all over. I take this opportunity to also commend the country representative of the UNFPA, Mr. Nii Ojolape, for his selfless service to the people of Ghana, especially for his work. He has demonstrated exceptional leadership, agility, innovation, and passion in the delivering of the UNFPA's transformative results during his tenure of office. As he leaves Ghana, I wish him the best in his next assignment. I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, by urging all Africans to embrace people of African descent, because we are one people, one blood by blood. I also reaffirm Ghana's commitment to champion the objectives of the International Decade of People of African Descent as envisioned by the UN General Assembly. Even at the AU level, these issues will continue to be emphasized and with the urgency it deserves. On a personal level, I remain available to contribute my quota in support of His Excellency the President of the Republic in any way possible to this end. And I assure you the support of our government and the people of Ghana on this journey. Thank you for your attention. God bless you. God bless the people of African descent. God bless our homeland, Ghana.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vice President. Ladies and gentlemen, the program will continue after this, but may we be upstanding for the national anthem of the Republic of Ghana.